Welcome to my game development stream. As always, first I start my development environment, then I play one round of my game, and after that I decide what I work on today. So first wait for the terminal. One command to start stuff, wait for a few lines to appear so I know it's ready, and that time I can read what I was working on. Working on class Spellmaker, tool Orbiter. This is Spellcast already. Incorrect. Continue. Orbiter needs to know what to rotate around. I added something, but it did not work yet, so I had to debug a bit. Okay, so it should be ready at once in the browser. Localhost for me. Is that too fast? No. I clear to start fresh. Okay, I'm the guy in the middle. First I have to choose a class. I still choose Spellmaker because this is the one I'm working on. I again go the easy route and play as lightning start. It's a double jump to try. Let's hope. Okay, this is correct. So I cast lightning, which jumps to the nearest enemies and does damage to him. And as enemies cannot see as far as I can cast, currently it's pretty easy. Turret is the next one I want. I play a bit. No, I run a bit. As I have a high cast range, they don't act, but if I come closer to them, they attack me. The power above manages my HP. If it reaches 0, I die, and if I die, I get the highest score based on how far away the center I died. So the goal is to get as far away as possible. And now I just play a bit. I have turret, I have explosion next, I would say. So let's go into spell make mode. I now put turret with a little bit mana. And in the stage it casts lightning. I can place turrets, and the turrets shoot at enemies. And this is pretty easy. Proximity, Seeker, autocast. I think proximity is what I want next. I think I'm still strong enough to not care for other spells yet. And 50, so here will be the boss. And I have Orbiter. Okay. Let's think for a moment. Or should I try to win with just these? I'm interested. Okay. Don't think this is strong enough, but maybe it is. Okay. Be a bit aware of my mana. I would interestingly, it seems to be strong enough. Unless a lot of enemies come at once. Byline would be the most helpful. One more boss. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, now they're getting close, but... Seek. Okay. But I believe I would be too weak for the boss, for the king. I will see. Missing mana. Ah. I wait for a bit. I think this is around... I have to see if turrets start disappearing. I have to move in. Let's go in. I've survived. Oh. It was enough. It was enough. Interesting. So this was only level 20 for lightning and turret. Mana cost reduction of 33% and 4% damage. Interesting. But of course I would have done 10 times more damage. I leveled everything. Okay, but this was one round. I was a bit lucky. I could have died because I don't have that much move speed. So what do I work on? First increase version. 429. Changed. Okay, then I was working with Orbiter and it did not work yet like expected. So I want to debug and see if my values are set like I expected to. So let's see. Fix, debug, load sheets. I have everything I want. I think the first check is this. I don't know. No, let's start with this. So you should rotate on this one. You should rotate on this one. And I am interested in the data behind it. Boss. I'm in game. This is perfect. Game state ability objects. I have 2. And they should have a move attachment. Move attachment is stage ID is 9472 and 1. And I should have same stage ID in here. 9472, correct. And I am stage index 0. Looks correct. 0, 1. This is correct. This is correct. They have the correct data, but why does he not? Find it. And let's look at the code. Something might be off. For the move attachment. For the orbiter here. Here I should be in case orbiter. Stage IDUF. No, the move attachment has it. Or no, this is the orbiter move attachment. This should be correct. Okay, but I can put a waypoint in and I will see if I have the expected. Oh, this is close enough. No, I have the tool orbiter function, get move attachment. So here, this is the one. Should now have two cases. This is, I want to weight 0 and here is stage index 1. Is it the 0 case which I missed? Undefined, undefined. Oh, this is a player case. Okay, this is what I expect where I want to be. I found the center object. I will not see this search. Okay, but I found something. Stage index 0. And I'm interested in attachment, stage index 0. I myself. So this should work, shouldn't it? Because I have the center object. I get an X and Y. I change the angle. Return the position. Next one. Defines the center object. Stage index 1. 554. 554. 129. No. 14. 165. Feels like. I get data, but they are not rotating around. Only one is. Should also move. I don't know which one this is. My data is set up correctly. The function happens. Calculability object. Orbit angle, orbit radius. I change the orbiter angle. Okay, I should verify if I turn here. I'm actually interested in move. This moves. This also moves, but it's a very tiny move. Okay. Something here doesn't match. Next one is, this has the expected values. When I go here, this has Minus self, this is no movement. So 1 next in. Why are you not behaving as expected? Where's the radius? Angle tick. Orbit radius 100. The center changed. Because they are... Okay, now I understand. It's actually expected. I have to think for a moment. Because they rotate around each other at the same rate. The first one to move is the only one which moves. I hoped they would behave differently. This would mean I would need the position first. Because they update. So it works like I want it to, but I would want a different effect. If I set the center later, would this work? No, both would be based on the old one. Wouldn't they? I think a bit. Can I... Let's try something different. Move the breakpoints. Go in make mode. Reset. No, I make 1. Reset. I don't need so much mana in them. 2, 3. You, and you. Off they go. Okay. Something like this I expected. But this is different than what I expected, because why does it speed up? I have no idea. If I change the order, they fly out to somewhere. Does it make sense? This one rotates on this one. I expected that they would have a center here in the end. But it is not happening. When they keep the last position, this also does not work because they move directly. Maybe one more try. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. You rotate. You here. You here. You here. Oh, they also disappear. Yeah, here. It's reset. Let's make 1, 2, 3, 4. This should work, I believe. You potato want me. Let's see. This is working like expected. Because I'm the base. Okay, but this is essential. Okay, I think this is fine. In this case, I could also now put one here, and you could here. Yes, this is also working. Okay, now I need staging tests because they are different. Reset. Do I put it in a proximity? This will be harder. I have to think for a moment. It has to be a proximity because I did here. I make you move. Do I have the move tool? Move. Isn't the move? Yeah. Okay, and on the next stage, I'm not on a stage. Reset. Proximity. Next stage. Drops the turret. The turret moves circles. And on this turret, I want you rotate. Why these are different ones? Ah, one is the explosion center, one is the. What's this into? I have no idea what is. Time will tell. Let's try this one. This is not what I wanted. Which means this is the one I want. This should be the one. This should be the one. Now I can rotate these these. Okay. Let's see. But yes, this is what I wanted. Looks like it works. Although I'm not quite sure what orbits what. I mean, but this is chaos. Anything else I have to check? No, I think this tool works. So there is nothing left to fix. I don't remember this. Currently it seems to work, but I had a reason I need to check this. So what type of spell? Is it fire lines related? I need to check something. I make this one. Instant. One thing I don't understand is why do they move so fast? In my mind, this. Because they perfectly push themselves. I think I. Can I? Can I do similar circles? Oh, it should be. This is up. Depending on who moves first, I guess. It still feels too fast. What could I do? I currently think I would delete this. Can drag to change center. It's dependent on what. I remember a bit. I need to check all cases, I guess. So let's test around. I need lightning, explosion, fire, turret, proximity, works. No, works is not correct. Proximity can move. Like this. They're rotating on something. Cannot do this and cannot do this. This is expected. Am I missing something? I think these are all. There might be a combination which breaks, but for now I believe it's working. Which means I think my orbiter is done. Maybe I should. No. I mean, this can get complicated, but if I make a complicated spell, this is fine. I think a bit. I, for now, think this is done. Tool orbiter seems to work. I have to think again what I want to do next. Problem is with the spell type. I have currently instant and auto. I could make a charge version. but I currently see not the type. So I think this was my idea. I have an explosion spell and I can make it grow bigger and bigger. This could be abused again on the king fight. Think for a bit. When I put in a charging logic, this part, the problem is this part cannot level yet. This is why I rarely take it, but should it be able to level? I think in general I want it to be C. Okay, I think so. The next task is check. Should in how did I should instant cast be able to level? Other way, instant cast should be able to level. This is the idea. Because autocast is in here as a type, I would need to display here the level. Because this is not a tool. But if I introduce charging, I would want it so. Maybe let's think about charge as the next mode. Spell type, I want to simplify it a bit. Charge slows down movement. Can charge as long as player want. Spell gets stronger the longer the charging. Spell starts weaker? No, cannot be weaker than can button down charge start, button up charge end. And something like I mean, my general idea is this explosion spell is what I want. This I don't care, I currently. This I don't remember, this has to be done. Test one will also be one case. Slows down movement, can charge as long as player one. Spell gets stronger the longer. But what is around? So I will, when I implement this, probably I start just this functionally, and in the end I decide how I change the different tools based on charge. Should be more mana efficient. Instant or auto. This is the only thing. Okay. But before this makes sense, I guess I want these also levels so that I have them has a reasonable choice for upgrades. Currently this is because I can only choose one of these. I made this cycle thingy. But instant is not leveled, is it? Because it's the default. And they are not King of the North. No, no. King of the North. It's not King of the. Here, this king. Turret, lightning, mana cost 6. So instant or autocast is not part currently, but I could make it part of it. Yeah, so I have to follow the code again. This is added at the start when I cast, so it can only be relevant. No, unsure. Is this? It's not an egg. Is it running over tick ability? I think. Here it's casting somewhere. Here's a spell cast. It does not have any information about. Wait. Something is not adding up. Spellcast. I have the toolchain here. The toolchain is taken from the ability object and I push stage object type. So on this spellcast I can pull but my spellcast this will be complicated. Spell index. Can get a starting toolchain. Because here, create object type. think a bit. I'll think a bit longer. Again, I start with tick ability. Find out about the spell type, which is part of the spell. And this is what I want to put into the spellcast as toolchain. It's not too hard. Then I will have a case where I words experience. Spellcast. Is it spell type? String. And when I cast it, I just have the spell type here. Okay, and the spell cast happens. See locations, tick AI. Autocast can be casted as instant too. Interesting, but I don't care for now, I guess. For the game I put in random spell index. Interesting, I only give... Wait. Then I don't need it. Human spell. Oops. Human spell type. I don't need to put it in. I was blind. Okay, this is it. Now, at some point, I would award the experience. But I don't remember where. So let's say explode does damage. Does it run over here? Or is it more complicated? Take ability object. Add tool damage. This one is in Spellmaker tool. Okay. It's a tool chain. If I do not find the tool, I continue. Okay, currently I would not find the instant one. And if I reload, probably the king would not be updated, is it? Exactly, it's currently not updated, but if I would do a new one, simple turret, stage, lightning, this would be turret, lightning. Oh, you should be instant. Oh, I determine it again. Wait. Correct. This is somewhere else. I have different setups for these. Create more info, I believe. Get spell toolchain. Get spell toolchain recursive. But this always starts with spell type. Okay. This means even my king information is in. This is instant to red lightning mana. Okay. Okay, so it's now in, but it doesn't award experience. And the reason is that I do not find it. Total damage. Based on the damage, I will make a create tool. Make a create tool. Default or move. This one is a default. Test total damage and level. But I need it on what? Switch state to reset, new, delete, spell type. Something is not getting up in my head. Tool select. Ability. Okay, because this is not part of a tool, this data. This is a string. I would need to save the damage and level in here too. Export type Spellmaker spell types data, something like this. I have a string, name string, or type, damage number and level number. But these are optional. Let's change it a bit. I want this data this way, I believe. And now I can put this here. which breaks this one. Type is happy. Includes. This is no longer find. I have, let's call it spell type. Spell type. Type is this one. So if I have it already, then I don't put as an option. And here I push. This is done for I think it starts on level 0. Find index. Bum -ba-dum. T and type. 0 errors. Okay, this could work. Although it might crash because the boss doesn't have it. But the boss doesn't care for a lot. I want to check for a moment. Upgrades won't happen. Here, this might be the interesting part. Level spell types. This is no longer spellcast. This is the important part. No, just add the spell type. I believe I do not have a problem. Old versions. Okay, let's believe for a moment. Anything I can. And 1 mana. Super 9-2. Is it really? 0.5. 2, 2. Something is strange. Ah, no. 2 mana. X3. So it's more effective against more enemies. Interesting. Could be that my mana calculation is not correct. No. My thinking is incorrect. Yo9? No spell? Didn't want to do this. Easier to restart. Side quest. I don't need check. I wanted this. third one, I switch over to the second one. This goes here, 1.6. I remember this doesn't update. Hundred, 300, 300, let's make 520, 520. Okay, and where do I get the correct mana cost here? It does twice the damage, but it only costs 50% more. Yes, it's not linear. Interesting. But fine, I don't care. But it's strange. Probably has something to do with rounding. Let's see. I should check. Check lightning scaling mana cost. One target, one mana, two targets. 1.5 mana, question mark. Want to check this. Put back to instant cast should level. No, instant not, but autocast. I'll check, I'm working on it. Also, so I gave them the data. They should, I think autocast should be able to, no, it cannot be awarded because it doesn't find it. So what happens here somewhere? They forgot how it was called. Add tool damage, this one. Test total damage. And level. Do I care for anything else? Level, description. I have the description in here, interesting. Have to think a bit. This description I should not change. Spellmaker tool functions. Yeah, I get a tool. The tool are not the tool functions. Create tool, they have the description. And this is what I display. My and I update it as soon as I get a level. Interesting. But my tool has a description and I would need to search through it. Need to find the level part and edit at the end. So here I do not have level yet, but once I would do some damage, no, I should have. What's level 1? Mm, 2, 3. And this is what I update. This is on the tool. And here I would need to search in here, and this could then have multiple level. And this has to be calculated. So the next part is I display the level and no, as a display, or I give XP to it so it can level. Find this strange. Update later. I don't feel like I should update the text here. Paint button, no. Who uses this? So if I create the tool and give it to the player, I get the more info part, and the more info part does stuff. Here I do the manipulation of it. On tool, select reset. I reset the text. So the question is, text 3? Okay, but I still feel like I could determine this, but probably this would make it tool dependent. But I don't see a problem with it. Execute option. I'm missing something. Paintability UI, here it happens. Because I can paint a more info part. This is the reason I took it. Is it? I'm only interested in the description. So I could PCs. Currently, I keep the description up to date for each tool when damage is done. I could throw it out and instead calculate here. It would only happen on hover. And then I would be easier to get the current information, because currently this does not update often. I feel like this would be better, and I don't remember that I used it anywhere else. Ability, Spellmaker, mana cost. Yeah, I have to explicitly update the text. I feel like some reason has to exist. You have to explicitly update spell tool type. I feel this is more complicated. I refactor a bit, I guess. Execute option. I feel like I had it used somewhere else. This could be... I can delete it and instead I have a function to get it. This is the change I want to do. Then I only need to display it when I hover it. I don't use the description anywhere else. Everything I looked at is just creating the description. And using deep copies. The start. When I press, I update the text. And they all just, yeah, okay, I can. Pretty sure I can change it. What do I currently have in here? So I added the spell type, work in progress. Zit, Spellmaker, spell type to tool chain info. Okay, now I have to change how this works. Which means this part will be deleted. And I will instead have a function for it. So something like get hover tool tip. I should have this function all the time. And I return more info part. And what do I need? I know the tool I am. I have some tool-dependent information I want to display. it this type? Spellmaker create tool. I guess this is it. And is there something game related? Ability owner? Last position. Guess time will tell. Maybe this is enough. And I also need it for... let's order it a bit. Get hover tooltip. They could have the same base, which might be helpful. Also this might be the first function, which is the exact same. I want to have it as a base. Base. Our tooltip. Maybe it's not possible. I will see later. So I have the base. Create tool is, I think, also the same. Yes, it's the same. The rest is different, I believe. Paint, maybe. No, this doesn't need a paint. I already broke something, I don't think. Ah, yes, because this doesn't exist. If I remove it, there should be no error. Then make this mandatory. And now I have to fix it for one case. Let's start with explosion. He should complain. I throw it here. Function. Doesn't know this type. And it wants to something like this to be returned. And basically I return this one. Needs CTX, interesting. Yes, because I need to know the size of stuff, okay. Which means... And this will probably be removed in this case here, okay. CTX, if I move this one here, because I no longer have a description, I can also remove this again, I guess. Now, this is not quite correct. Const result turn result. This is not a deep copy. I don't know if I need one. Text, length, text, deep copy. I deep copy the texts. Okay. Can always hard to know if it happens or not. I did not remove this one yet. Did I? Now I have a lot of errors. This is not enough because now I don't put the level in. And this happened here. Before level 2 level. This will essentially change. Okay, so here I do total damage and level. And on my explosion, this will probably be some default. Because I always start here with the blank version. I will result text directly 0, and I just put the level in and return. Okay, this doesn't need an extra function. He's happy. I put the level in. This could be a default. I think for a moment. Actually, I think this can be default. So again, Java tooltip could be optional. Export function get Java tooltip. For a specific tool. And it returns this one. Then I check for functions. But I have move tools. I have 2 cases I have to check. Does this happen somewhere in here? No. Maybe in here. Maybe not. Something is confusing me. With my time, still 40 minutes. If the tool functions. And this doesn't. Oh, here it switches to. Default or move if tool. Do I need to check? Yes, because the description is as in these. tool subtype is default, then I have this one. Tool type. Is also not correct. First I have to check if this is a bit too const functions, tool functions, tool functions. This exists. This is a else case. Else I would just use this function and return. Else very similar, but I think I have move tool. If the get tooltip exists, I use this, else I do the default. Get have a tooltip. Now when I lost the overview. Somewhere I did, is it in here? Paint UI. Description. To think for a moment. The description is this was a thingy. Okay, so CTX and should have a tool, shouldn't I? Iterator tool is the correct one. Okay, let's believe this is the one. He is happy with this. I have 21 errors. Now I have to clean up. Get hover tooltip is now an optional. Explosion did not need it. This is now copied. So again here, Fireline also has nothing special. Lightning has nothing special. Move has nothing special. Orbiter has nothing special. Seeker has nothing special. Proximity has nothing to it. Okay. 14 errors. Well, let's go over all the text changes I do. Here, description for switch stage, nothing special. We might have done create to reset. To reset has something special, I believe. Well, for now, I don't care. This will be deleted no matter what. But I should keep one, which I copy from to know how it looked like. 9 errors. So here I have still something. This is where I updated on reset the text. This I no longer need. But this will mean I need my own tooltip. And this happens now here. And for this I need our tooltip function. Because I just saw them at the end, I guess. Where am I? Here. Function, get our tooltip. I rename it later. This needs a base. Oh yes, this is incorrect. Only when the tool has a level. I need one change. If tool level 0. Do this. Same here. Else I don't. Now he complains. For whatever I saw. Do I find it? Here. Here. Copy, remove. This is reset, get our tooltip reset. Reset doesn't have something like this. I will have result. Has text. I do not know if there's a 3, but I will probably instead push something. And what I push is substring 0. Reset tool description text. I have no idea. But this is essentially what I want. Switch stage to reset here. No, like this. Can I still, so reset mana cost of Q and spell? Is this in by default? Mana cost of Q and spell, yes. I change it. Does this work? I think this works. And tool. The tool is not enough. I don't know the mana cost of the Q and spell. Which means I need the ability. Which means I need the ability. I need the ability. Means I need the ability. Means I have the ability here. And bronze mana cost would be ability. Spells. Ability. Spell index. Well, mana cost. Okay. I think for a moment. 7 errors. And the search is now completely useless because I changed so much. Well, let's go over the errors, I guess, because they give me hints. Execute option. This I will need to change later. Description changes no longer happen, can be deleted. Reset tool, description change. I don't know. And then this function is no longer required, is it? Ability spell calculate mana cost for spell and update. Yeah, I have to add all references. Use this a lot. But this has a mana factor. Cost. I have level factor. Let's rename it. Maybe this is still usable. Okay, let's paint ability UI. This needs ability as SM. Now I have no problem. And I have no idea. Let's see. Interesting. Because I add lines, it doesn't update correctly. Okay. I see. I am in tool. Do it down here. The Commons texts is this one, but here I need a deep copy. I think deep copy knows. It's types. Then I have texts and I push. Mana cost. And I push this one in. And it should. I'm not 100% sure if I need the deep copy here, but I'd keep it. And this should make it work. Okay, perfect. So I broke it. Someone is still accessing description. Spellmaker tool. So if someone is accessing it, why was there no errors thrown? No. This description does not. This still exists, doesn't it? No, I'm confused. So I lose it, or what is the problem? Default. This is move. Okay, I have a move problem. Where am I? I have to replace it. Already have it for the tool type. Okay. I believe this is correct. Okay. Orbiter Seeker, Fireline Turret. Okay, now let's get lightning and should have a level 3.8. Mana cost of Q and spell. Yes, this should be shorter. This has to fixed. Mana cost. Fixed. Don't need this mode. No, lightning would have been enough. Level 2.1. Spell. level 0.1. 0.6, okay. Q and mana cost 1.3. Reset. 5.6. Okay, but so far so good. This works. The only one which has... I should have... Reset tool. Stage tool displays Q and stage. I mean, this is confusing that I'm on here. This doesn't tell me what this number is. This is a problem, I realize. Displays Q and spell count. Which spell? They are connected is not entirely... I should put it in the... Doesn't matter. I got close to the right. Too many things open. Improve Spellmaker display tooltips. Spell is selected. Instant cast should be able to level. I went over and changed the code for how stuff is displayed, which I now lost the autocast information. Which means I want to update the tooltip for this case, which is something like tip. How did I call it? Spelltype. Spelltype. I have the doc. I'm not interested in mana cost. Wait. I spell types. This is not relevant here. I have something like this. And I have something like a for loop that I equals 1 I smaller. Ability spell types. Length. And I believe instant, the default will always be first. So if I do, what is this? Okay. Some data behind it. So I hope type what is behind here, description and name. So what is the connection? I want the description. plus the data have the level behind here. Which means I need a connection from const q and spell type is this one, const spell type data is this one. Whoops. Do I have a find? I have a find. I have so find one, which is probably this one, which would probably give me the data to put in, and I now want a level q and spell type data level to fixed, something like this, and I want to con level text is question mark if level data exists, else it will be nothing, and this is a string, wrong type of string. Okay. Now I could put those. I do it this way. And this is now for which stage reset new delete spell type here. No. Get tooltip, get other tooltip spell type. Okay. Spellmaker. Okay, I do not have. Now is autocast is in. Autos will automatically full level 00. It's not displayed, and it cannot get any XP currently. So I have 10 more minutes to reach my time target. I think a bit. Can I avoid damage? I can now put it in. I search for this stuff. But I think it was in here. Or was it somewhere else? Spellmaker add tool damage here. I've tried to find it in create tools. Now I have a case where if I do not find it, I change it up. So if I find the tool, else I have to This is then Spelltype, data or something, Spelltype. Don't search in the create tool, I search in available spell types. And I have to find, I have a type, and it has to be cool key. And now I check if I found it in here. And if spell type has data, then I can do the same calculations here. I think I did not call it total damage, but I should. And this should break some code. Exactly, because it's total damage. And one more. LTAP data. Oops. I feel like I missed one. But maybe not. Now instant cast can do stuff. So no level. I do now. I want explosion. No. I will proximity here. Proximity seek. And on stage you explode. And now go off autocast. 1.5, 1 point. Perfect. And it should affect Seeker proximity explosion. Oh, it's 4. But it's not in the gains calculation, I believe. Okay. I think now I have to check if my... Oh, this is not calculated in yet, so I have to consider it for this factor. Total level. Now I have to loop over one more thing for spell type. Available spell types. If spell type data and total level will be plus Floyd. Perfect. Spell type data level floored even. Now it's part of the damage calculation. And now I want it to be part of my character listing. So here the autocast. Okay, he didn't have autocast, but it should be in there, which is probably in here. More info. Spell slots, tool levels. Push. I can copy most. I have spell type. I have available spell types. I checked for learns for upgrade. This is not what I do here. I check for spell type data. This doesn't exist, then spell type and spell type data level 2 fixed. Okay. Now it should be part of the list. 6. I don't feel like I resetted. 1. Now 0, 0. Autocast is now part of it. Perfect. And this means Maker Autocast can level. Spell type Autocast. Can get level. So like this, I guess, is the correct. Spell type like Autocast can level. Let's commit it. So instant cast should be able to level. This can. Check lightning scaling mana cost. Then charge is probably the next bigger thing next time. Proof tooltip. So what spell is selected? Switch spell. Displays Q and spell count. Let's add the tooltips. I think this is not too hard. I go back to tool. I add new spell, displays Q and spell count. Selected spell is displayed on switch spell on abilities, which selected spell count. But I can if this is fine, but I think I want to actually get alter new to reset. New. I don't mana cost. I selected spell index is I change it a bit probably. It's ability spell index +1 and maybe not so. index also displayed on ability switch spell. Okay. Did I call it switch spell? Switch spell, yes. I should have. Yep. He displays selected spell index. Okay, so I face this and then I come to an end for today. I need one more. Select the spell index is 1. I should I cannot click. I can click here with mouse, but not here. This is interesting. Button, yes, of course. Display selected spell index. And I could say this is only displayed when I have a higher spell count. Okay, let's make this last change. If ability spells length bigger 1, I push these, then I might be happy. Don't need, so new spell tool, add new spell, displays current spell count. Select spell index 1. And switch with ability switch spell, which also displays spell index. And let's make it, don't know if it matters. I sometimes write uppercase and lowercase selected spell index, which with ability switch spell, which also displays spell. I think this is not necessary. Next try. So new spell tool, add new spell, displays current spell count. So now I have to select the spell name one, switch with ability, switch spell. Switch index, probably it's switch index with ability, switch spell. I have ability, switch spell. Switch index with ability. Okay, I think this might be fine. But this is the only thing. Here I click, here I cannot click. This is, but I hope this is clear. But it's bad UI basically, but I don't care. Okay, I think Spellmaker tooltip switch spell changes. Okay. Now reload. I want to run the tests, and they should all be successful because I again didn't change anything from the main logic. So far, so good. Okay, everything worked, no failed tests, so I can deploy, push. I can update this one. I know where to continue next time, charge and some checking. And with this, I come to an end for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye. The end.